the one thing that we all know is that we all have a mind and we all have thoughts that flow through our mind constantly, at least when we are conscious. It's almost like we don't get a break from being aware of thoughts unless we are unconscious or we're asleep.
Well, and then some of us don't get a break then because some people's minds are always so
Active,
busy
right?
and there's so much chatter that they don't rest well.
Don't rest well.
That's not my situation. So that's why I didn't include myself there.
Right,
I'm like the baby doll. I'm
right.
like the baby doll with the eyelids. When I lie down, my eyelids close, I'm asleep.
Yeah,
When I wake up and I sit up, my eyes are open, I'm awake.
right.
So I don't have any issues falling asleep or staying asleep.
Absolutely. So,
And I am happy and grateful for that.
absolutely. So, we're spending 2 weeks in the area of talking about the mind because it is so important. And we know that it is really, it's the thing to activate, or how we said it, it is the activating agent of our thought or
Yes.
our thought life. It is all, it all happens in what we call the mind. And then that the mind is the mechanism that supplies creative energy
Yes.
to our thoughts. I'm going to say that again. The mind is the activating agent of our thought, and it supplies our thoughts creative energy. So
Yes.
mind in of itself is just static, and it doesn't really take on activity until there is thinking.
Yes.
So thinking happens within the mind, but the mind itself is the creative power energy that is given, that gives energy to our thoughts.
Yes. Yes.
We also want to start out by saying that mind is creative. That is the nature of mind. It is creative, and it is the cause of all our life's experiences. We're going to really unpack that because that is very important that we realize that in reality, we pretty much live our life or our life experiences through the mechanism called the mind.
Yes.
And also want to say that our state of mind depends upon how we think and what we think.
Okay.
And that the thought, again, thought is the activity of the mind. Thought is not mind, it's just the activity of the mind.
Yes. We secure power when we become conscious of power and learn that all power comes from within.
Say that again.
We secure power when we become conscious of power and accept that all power comes from within. This inner power is governed by the mind. Mind contains the solution to every problem. Did you know that if a question is answered, if a question is asked, the reason that the question is asked is because there is an answer to the question?
Yes.
How about
For
that?
every question, there is an answer.
There is an answer.
Right.
That's right. So mind contains the solution of every problem, and the mind is the cause of every effect. Mind is the cause of every effect.
So that's very interesting because we talked about the law of cause and effect
Yes.
and said for every cause there is an effect, and every effect has a cause. And
Yes.
now we're learning that the mind is the cause. And we're going to really come to understand why the mind is the cause. Because again, we said that the mind is creative energy, and that thoughts, your thoughts, are all thoughts, are the activity of the mind. That is
Yes.
the activity of the mind. And so, if that be true, then, and if the mind is the cause of every effect, that tells us that all causes start in the mind. The
Oh,
mind is the origin of everything that happens in our life.
Wow. Mind is the origin of everything.
It starts in the mind.